Amateur golfers are completely baffled, completely fooled by the movement down and the release. The quality of your release determines the effectiveness of your downswing, and it progressively breaks down as we go through the levels. What level are you currently at?
So people, how many of you out there really believe that this lead wrist shouldn't move into extension, into a cup position, and the right wrist into a flex position through the golf ball? And this is what's causing everyone issues. When we're looking at this position through the golf ball here, how many people out there are confused and think that that requires incredible timing, or that the hands have rolled over massively? They haven't. But if I open up that face, that's now a very passive release. On this side, you can see the fingers of the hand. It's not rolling over. We don't roll it over, but we get the lead wrist to move in extension. We release the club head past the body.
So people, the unfortunate truth to the amateur golfer, take a moment here to have a look at these two pictures on the screen, please. Now, have a look at the trail wrist angle here created by the amateur golfer. And have a look at the trail wrist angle here created by the professional golfer. Now, people, the ability to create consistent shaft length at impact will determine the effectiveness of your ball striking. Less fat shots, thin shots, speed, compression. Now, the PGA average is 12 degrees of shaft length. Now, that might sound technical, but that's the average of the world's best ball strikers. There's 12 degrees. How much shaft length do you have? I'm going to show you how to measure that later on in the video. Now, unfortunately, this is what has everyone baffled. This is what amateurs don't understand. Right? This is the same player on the left of the screen and on the right of the screen. Now, to be able to store up, build up, create lag, create angles, to help get shaft length and that effortless power, you have to, in a split second, release this club head past the ball. You have to, in a split second, release this club head past the ball. Now, have a look at the fluidity of that motion, right? Look at that lead wrist, right? It looks like he's flipped it. We're actually flipping it after impact, past the ball. Look at that lead wrist in extended or a cupped position, the right wrist into a flex position. And this, people, this is how you get shaft length, effortless power and speed. Are you working on the correct things? The quality of your release will determine the effectiveness of your downswing. It's like a new beginning. It's like a new start for so many people out there. So let's have a look at some incredible drills here, some incredible feels to be able to free up our swings, create effortless power, shaft length, and that consistency of strike here, guys. Send your swing through to me, helping people from all around the world.
This is what your hand does through the golf ball. It doesn't roll over like this. We don't hang on to the angle all the way through. We got to get this right wrist in this flex position. I set it on hack motion between -30, -50. And this is what gives me the feedback with the sound. When I start to get in this position here, the club's coming up steep and we've hung onto it too long. I think a lot of people, what they think happens, right, in the swing is they think that just sort of they're doing this drill and they go in through the ball like this or something, but the lead arm actually separates from the chest. And this is where we start to get chicken wings. Actually, when we don't release the club, we tend to release it really early. And people are still trying to drag this grip in, where in actual fact, when we let the club release past the body, we can start to pick up some angles, especially this trail wrist, right? You've got to get a big angle in that. And then as you get down, of course you've got your shaft length, right? But then you've got to release the thing past your body. And this is how we get extension and the speed. So guys, right, let's talk feel through this release. This is the best drill that there is. Let's have a look at this. 3 balls. I've taken the liberty to tee up 3 golf balls here. And I'm going to show you how to feel this, right? Move through the golf ball, and when your right arm's about parallel to the ground here, you're going to get this right hand, this left hand, your wrist work's going to go like this. Now, we're not flipping it, right, because we're going to build up our angles. It's going to work like the end of a whip. So it's going to look like this. Now, look at the club face. All right, it's not rolled over. Have a look at the club face. All right, and then you're going to start in this position, come back, give it a hit, and then we're going to do a practice swing. And then you're going to feel what's really going on. You need feel, right? You've got to be able to feel this stuff. Let's get in there. So we'll take the address position, move through. I've got my right wrist in a flex position, lead wrist. Look at my right knee, all right, my trail knee. Now I'm going to swing back over the golf ball, then do a practice swing. Feel what you just did. Move into the next ball. If you don't hit them clean, they're a bit thin or a little bit fat, it's not important. It's more about what the feel's doing. Start in the position, work it back over the golf ball, do a practice swing, and feel it, all right? Once again, into the halfway through point, right arm parallel, right knee's moved in, swing back, and then through the golf ball, do a practice swing, and then feel what's happening. Your body will follow your hands. This is one of the best drills that there is to help golfers feel what great players are doing, picking up speed, picking up that effortless power in your swing.
Now, one of the ways you can do it is what we call front-end therapy, and I've had some amazing success getting people from handicap 20 and 25 over a period of time down to single-figure handicappers, and I'm not kidding you. Obviously, we cover all areas of the game, but your hitting is the most important part. That's where you get the most pleasure, and that's where you pick up your improvement. That's where you improve the fastest, I should say. So if you move into a really great finish position, right, where you've got your back arched and the grip is up, normally with a club player, we're around that stage of the swing, we've probably seen the grip sort of point down and the left wrist wouldn't. There's been no real release. And when there's no real release, if you don't release it, you'll release it early and then you'll stand up. Unconsciously, you'll stand up. And people try and fix standing up their entire lives, but it's your release. You don't just fix that because it happens for a reason. If you stay down and release it early because you've got no release, you're going to hit it fat, and unconsciously your body's trying to fix it and it stands up. So what we do is we get into this position here, and from here we work our way backwards, right? So we start from this position, swing back, and then through. And if you film that with your mobile phone and play it back, the first time in your life, you'll be hitting amazing positions that you wouldn't normally hit.
So people before and after. I have this gentleman now from a handicap of around 20 down to a handicap of 8. Let's have a look at the first swing that I saw from him. Very wide downswing, losing angles, club scraping along the ground, no shaft lean at impact, and really a very stiff to wooden style release. And we see that lead arm now looking a bit funky, breaking down, and really a swing that never finished, like a pretty flexible dude. Have a look at that. But just really stiff, hitting it short. And so what we've done is have a look at this drill on the right here in full speed. We start from there, whipping the club back and through, creating really just incredible sensations. And when we get up to the top, have a look what this drill does. Now, there's no chance, there's no way a normal golfer will hit these positions. Look at these angles coming down. Right, club under the chin here, shaft leans through the golf ball. Now, that is an effortless swing. All right, that is compact, that's together, and the grip is now pointed here. Have a look at this through the golf ball before. Like, you can't compare it. Now, if you do this motion, this desired movement before you hit a shot, and you get in there and you hit a ball, it's all fresh, right? The feeling's there. And all of a sudden, we start to get positions that are just so much better than the older swing. And through time, you improve, right? You get into impact, you have more shaft lean. Look how the hands are moving now much more effectively. And we're getting in. Now that's starting to look like an effortless swing. And this is what we call front-end therapy. If you move your hands and wrists dynamically, the body follows. The chain reaction is massive. You're just given so many positions. Let's have a look at this. This is a gentleman with a slightly higher handicap here. He's hitting a golf ball on the right, and this is the front-end therapy drill on the left. Let's have a look as he swings back. And we're going to see the right arm stay really connected here, the right leg. Look how free that looks through the golf ball, all right? The right leg moving through. And we'll stop it there. Now, have a look with the golf ball. Right arm further away, disconnected. And we get into impact through the ball. Look how we don't have the right side bend. See his legs, how they're closing up more on the left into here. All right, we see the left wrist. See how the left wrist is in an extended position now. And this is more of a wooden style stiff release. And the body's looking a bit awkward, not an effortless motion. And here we're getting the end of the grip to point up before the hands get behind the head. The right leg moving freely. And what a great way to practice. Using that drill before you hit a golf ball, and this other style here with the grip pointed down. So getting your hands and your wrists to move effectively, your body follows. And for a lot of people out there, not the other way around. And that's why your swing never changes. Does your swing ever change? Is it changing around impact? Send your swing through to me at WorldClassGolf.com. Your swing analysis is exactly the same as this video here, and you've got personalized WhatsApp. Now, one of the areas where we can really improve our hand and wrist motion and this effortless power is getting the beat in your swing, getting the sequence correct, like a little pause at the top, but perfect balance. And we can start to feel the beat and where the release is to whip
this club through with effortless power. And with really efficient swings, we're seeing it time and time again. This movement, this fluidity of motion, and there is a certain way to feel this. It's one of the great feelings when hitting a golf ball effectively. I want to show you a drill now, how we can all feel this move, how we can pick up the club head speed, but stay in perfect balance. Let's have a look at that now.
So guys, a pause at the top of the swing and getting it all to collect, having time at the top of your swing. Great drill this. I've been using the rope a lot recently. This is a great way to sort of get some flow, but also have a little bit of a pause at the top of your swing. So watch this. It does soften the left arm a little bit at the top, but I'm going to swing through. All right, so you can see I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to swing up to the top and just stop, and the rope's going to fall on my back. All right, so you've got to wait for the rope, okay? All right, now when you think you've got the feel, you get in, and you're going to exaggerate this a little bit. Okay, we're going to get up to the top. We're going to pause, and then get through the golf ball. All right, it's absolutely mind-blowing when you do it, because it takes out this sort of unconscious necessity to throw the suitcase at it and drive through the golf ball, where in actual fact, when we do make a pause at the top, like I was doing this, practicing with one of the radar devices in the golf hut there and having a bit of a pause at the top, and I thought, oh, it'll be a lot slower, right? And I filmed it at exactly the same speed, and the actual truth was, what was mind-blowing was when I had a pause and then I hit it hard, where I really picked up my distance. So once again, up to the top, and then through, up to the top, through. And it sort of makes you feel like Fred Couples. Seriously, I'm not kidding. It makes you feel like an unbelievable, like you've got all this time up the top of your swing. Beautiful flowing shot. I really hit that one lovely. Guys, great way to really practice, because when you're out in the golf course, you're on the battlefield and you're on the 13th hole and it's not working, it's not positions, it's the mood that you're in, it's the flow, it's how relaxed you are, it's the ability to keep balance, rhythm and sequence and flow in your swing. Great area to look at for a lot of players, not just senior golfers, for everyone out there, to help also improve their speed, taking their time at the top of the swing.
So guys, the PGA averages of movement, have a look at this. 12 degrees of shaft lean is the PGA average, where the best ball strikers are in the world with their iron shots. Now, what we've done at World Class Golf Instruction is we've created Swing Slab for your mobile phone, right? You just pinch your fingers on the screen and you can compare your swing, yourself, to the average of the PGA Tour player. For example, the 40-degree rule at the top of the swing, where they all are, and moving through the golf ball, the engine room of your swing, the 55-degree shoulder rule on the way through. Now, we've got instructional videos showing you the averages of the PGA Tour player. Now, this finally makes sense to be able to compare yourself to factual, evidence-based material and helping everybody understand their own swings and the golf swing much more effectively. Coming out next week on WorldClassGolf.com, Swing Slap, golf's best app.
Voted Best Swing Analysis and Best Online Instruction by several independent surveys. World Class Golf Instruction is transforming thousands of golfers at every skill level. Do not miss out. This video platform has over 1,400 videos and 85 separate masterclass series. The most structured and detailed video platform ever created, improving golfers on average between 4 and 11 shots. Join the chat room and join the community of World Class Golf Instruction. This is golf instruction that you've never seen before. The proven PGA corridors, factual evidence-based material. Unleash your true potential with the cutting-edge swing analysis technology. Experience the thrill of progress with the state-of-the-art practice programs and specialized golf fitness plans. Best information available.